If wolves go unmanaged, yeah, they affect moose, deer, elk, and even buffalo now. And that's why you have to have management. Let's even out the dips and the ebbs and flows, and let's manage them. And the states are fully capable of doing that. They manage every other predator. And right now, wolves are being managed in Idaho and Montana, and they're doing a great job. They're not wiping wolves out as the wolf advocates think or say in their promotional materials. That is not happening, and it will not happen.
This is these flats out here. This is what they call high lonesome, and this is where they probably kill 80% of all their bulls. Like almost every one of them come out of these flats over here. It's the funnest place to hunt. And looking up there, looking over here, looking over here, and then all of a sudden look down and there'll be a bull walking right below us, you know.
That's elk hunting, brother. That's the way it always goes. Look close before you look far. They might be 50 yards from you.
John Kittle is an attorney from Michigan who loves elk country. He's a member that decided while he couldn't take days away from work to get boots on the ground in western elk country, he could use his law degree to help us tackle another issue.
Where did your whole wolf thing come from?
Well, I kept reading Bugle magazine, and people are volunteering. They're putting in water troughs, and they're tearing up fence. And I'm in Michigan. It's hard for me to do, you know, fly on a plane and go to Missoula for the weekend. So I had my epiphany one day. I said, you know what? I do litigation. I can do wolf litigation. This is what I do. As an individual, you know, John Kittle is for state management. The judge says, who cares?
Right.
You're one person.
Right.
But if you say the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, who puts their money where their mouth is, that's a whole different deal.
So you were reading Bugle magazine like from a volunteer standpoint, like you were wanting to get involved.
I want to do something, and I can't pull fence, you know, sitting in Michigan. So I said, you know what? I can do litigation. That's what I do. Yeah, so that's what I did. So every time the Wolfies file a lawsuit, we're there to argue for state management.
Right.
So yeah, it's really cool. That was my epiphany. That's how I can help.
Wow.
Wolves should be a state managed issue, not only by hunting, but all other means. States of Wyoming, Idaho, New Mexico, whoever's got wolves, Montana, they manage all their predators. They manage mountain lions, they manage bears, they manage coyotes. They can manage wolves. There's no reason they can't.
I was just thinking about you though a minute ago. I was like, man, that guy drove 22 hours to get here, and it could be over in 20 minutes.
Not a problem. I think this guy's right here. He's not far. And then there's another one right here that's not far. And just see if we can get them stirred up, get them to work in front of you.
Yeah.
We just want to move real slow through here because they're close. Yep.
And the wolf advocate groups, I mean, they're entrenched. They want to raise money. They want to keep wolves on the Endangered Species Act because, frankly, it's good for them. So what's in their hearts and minds, it's hard to say, but there is this entrenchment of they want wolves on the Endangered Species Act, period, end of story. And that's not the purpose of the Endangered Species Act. The Endangered Species Act is to recover the population and let the states manage them. And that's all we're saying. In certain areas, we're 500% above the goals we set, and still they file lawsuits.
That's the little bull. We're going to have elk in front of us. There's another bull over to the right here.
Now the deal is, can we get within 200 yards of him? got a bad problem. We got too many elk. Too many elk that's keeping us from getting to the bull we want to get to.
Once they stand up, we'll see. Maybe they'll come out on this side or on this side right here. We'll just see which way they're gonna go. Wait them out.
I became a member with the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation in probably about year 2000 after I went on my first elk hunt. They talk the talk and they walk the walk, meaning they put their money into conservation. They don't put their money into salaries and pension benefits and health care. They put it on the ground. And then I sort of had my epiphany in 2008 or 9. I said, you know what? I could help the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation with litigation, specifically wolf litigation. Every time wolves are delisted, meaning they're taken out from under the protection of the Endangered Species Act, wolf advocate groups file lawsuits. So I thought it'd be helpful to the courts if they knew the position of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, because who's in a better position to tell them about the effect of wolves than the Elk Foundation? Because the favorite food of wolves is elk. Every time wolves are delisted, there's a lawsuit. Every time grizzly bears are delisted, there's a lawsuit. And that, in my opinion, that's what's got to change. You have to have management by biologists and by trained professionals, not piecemeal litigation. That's the problem. And no group is out to exterminate or eradicate wolves. Nobody's trying to do that. We're just trying to manage wolves, because if you don't, the wolves will multiply, they'll crash down the elk herds, then their numbers will decline, the elk herds will build back up, and you're going to be on this roller coaster, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Let the states manage, just like mountain lions or any other predator. That's all we want. There he goes.
He's right at 130 there. They may even come our way too, so.
The wind was blowing so hard and there were a few bulls in this group. When John shot his bull, it immediately stepped behind a tree and tipped over. But we couldn't see it on camera, and nothing ran because of the wind.
I don't want you to get too excited yet, but I think I see your bull laying just over here. I'm 99% sure your bull's dead right here, and he's laying just right here. Let's move over here and take a look. He's done. Congratulations.
It's awesome, man. It's awesome and sad because they're so magnificent, but it's awesome at the same time. Hunters have to advocate for our positions. The days of letting somebody else do it are over. All hunters need to be involved, because we're down to 10 or 20% of the population, and our voices need to be heard. I mean, we're dangerously close to losing our rights. I mean, I could see that happening in another generation.
And you and I, as hunters and outdoorsmen, are just really, really lucky to have people in the world like John Kittle. Because without people like him, you know, we're spending dollars and more time and trying to fight a battle that we have to fight because it's the absolute right thing to do.
Yeah, he's a big, beautiful guy, man. God, he's pretty.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. Gorgeous animals, big animal.
We are conservation. Hunters are conservation. And that's what we're asking. Let the North American model of conservation work.
Hunting with Chuck Wicks. What can I say about Chuck? It's like hunting with my brother's kids. He's never serious and he never slows down.
So my very first elk hunt in New Mexico. I've always wanted to come here.
So when they told me, they were like, you're gonna go hunt with Chuck Wicks, like I thought, oh, this dude, like I've seen him on TV and I watched him on Dancing with the Stars, and I know he's a...
You watch Dancing with the Stars?
No.
I don't know that I've ever been around a guy that is more energetic.
You know, this is my very first elk hunt.
Oh, I couldn't tell. I did not know that.
Could be the fact that he drinks a lot of Monster energy drinks. You don't need that.
How long's this show? 30 minutes?
Yeah, and we just burned 8 of it.
I grew up whitetail hunting. That's all I knew. I'd never experienced elk hunting, and this was just a whole different level of excitement.
You know, this is a muzzleloader hunt in southern New Mexico, and it's like October the 12th, and the bulls are still firing pretty hard. They're not firing pretty hard. They're firing real hard. They've got cows. They really no different than October the 12th than it was September the 20th. I mean, it's just really, really good.
We'll just have to ease our way around there and see what happens. The biggest key for us right now is we gotta find one that's gonna bugle and let it lead us to it.
Wait 1 second.
I can see his horns right there. In between those two bushes right there. He looks like a... Come get right here, right here. Let's go. Let's go.
He's a really, really nice bull, but there are bigger bulls here. I mean, just so you know what I mean?
Yeah. Chuck, it is totally up to you right now.
It was his first morning. I mean, like, we're scheduled to be here for 5 days, and like we had literally been in the hunt for 20 minutes, and like there's a part of me that's like, I know he's right there and he's a really good bull, but like I didn't want the whole experience to be over for him that fast.
That's like 200 yards right there. Brandon goes, yeah, now listen. Listen, Chuck. There's a lot bigger bulls out here. If you want to pass, and so it's first morning, you can pass. Okay. I'll pass. Let's wait.
You sure?
I think so.
Well, you better hurry up, because you're gonna run out of thinking time.
You told me. You told me.
He's right on the fence. I mean, he's a big bull, but you don't pass on the first day what you'd shoot on the last day.
Because you know what? I would shoot that on the last day. Well, now he's off.
I know he went to the left, but that's okay. Those cows are sitting right there. And in fact, that cow looks like she's about to bed down. If that cow beds down, that tells me they're just going to use this clump of trees. They're not going anywhere. If you want to kill him, now's the time to kill him. Right now is the best time you have to kill him. He's right on the fence. I mean, he's a big bull, but don't pass on the first day what you'd shoot on the last day. If you want to kill him, now's the time to kill him. Right now is the best time you have to kill him. So it's up to you, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Come on. He's gonna be right at 150, so just dead on. Just hold it dead on. Just give it a second. Just let them feed out through there. Right there. Right there. Right in him. Stay with him. Stay with him. Stay with him. Into the load. Go down. He's running off now. What? What's he doing? He ran off? I thought he was gonna fall over right there. I know he's hit right in the front shoulder, so I know he was hit good.
It just kind of is what it is. Sometimes you hit one and they go down right there, and then other times there's just a million things that can happen. You clip one lung, and there's just a million things that can happen. And elk are extremely tough animals. We've been tracking him all day. We tracked him. We really originally let him set for about 4 hours, and then got on his track and found a bed probably a half mile. We tracked him about a half mile, no blood. You know, you hit an animal and you want nothing more than that. As soon as you pull the trigger or release the arrow, you just want that animal to tip over, no suffering, no anything. Make it as cleanly as possible and respectfully as possible to your dinner plate and to your freezer. That's what we all hope and wish for.
We've been seeing these beds like right there underneath that tree every like 150 yards or so. But like zero, like not a lot of blood. We tracked it for, I believe we started in New Mexico and we ended up in China.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dude, all day long we have been up and down and up and down.
What'd I tell you?
Finally.
Hey, what'd I tell you? A good shot. I told you the whole time. A huge, huge weight lifted off my shoulders. I couldn't wait to get my hands on it. And I could not be more happier than I am right now. Holy cow. Dude, hey.
Congratulations.
My first bull. My first elk ever. These things are a lot bigger than whitetails. Congratulations. Hey man, killer. That was awesome, man. I'm hooked.
Congrats to Chuck on a great bull. Sharing an elk hunting experience with someone for the first time and watching them get hooked is pretty incredible. You should all try it sometime.